So I'm currently in the emergency room. I woke up this morning and I couldn't move my knee. It was blown up, it was red, it was hot. So now I have to get it drained, antibiotics, because it's infected. So, provide you an update later. Good morning, welcome back to my channel. Starting this video a bit different today. This week, specifically yesterday, I had to go to the hospital. I have a knee infection that I don't know how long it's been lingering on for. So today I figure I might as well spend my time vlogging and telling you about it because I have nothing else to do. I'm in pain, I can't work out. I have an IV port in my arm because I have to go back to the hospital today to get more intravenous antibiotics and pain meds because it's just that bad. It was a rough night, very rough night, but I hope that it clears up soon. I'm trying to stay positive. But it's pretty hard when you can't move, and you know, movement keeps me sane. Movement is the main part of my day. That's what gets me excited for my day, so it's quite depressing today. So bear with me if I feel a little dry. This video is gonna be pretty raw and real. I don't even know if I'll post it, but it's more just to keep me occupied the whole day. I don't really have an appetite. Anyway, I don't need to ramble on. I have to somehow manage to get my way up to the pharmacy to pick up my antibiotics and some Advil. If you know me, I do not take any pain meds ever. I have a bad history of antibiotics, very bad, and I'm deathly afraid of them. Ouch. But I can't have this infection spreading elsewhere because I'm already a bit of a mess. Luckily, I have my crutches from when I broke my foot about half a year ago. So if I have to use those, I'll use those. I'm gonna try to get ready. I'm gonna try to get some pants on. Currently in my pajama shorts, which are very cute, by the way. So let's get into the video. Get my boot on. This hair. This day. back. I have to take 2 tablets by mouth 3 times daily for 5 days until finished. May irritate the stomach. I wonder why, because it kills all your gut bacteria. Time to zap every living healthy bacteria in my body. So it's just about 8 o'clock. I have no appetite because I haven't moved much in the last 24 hours. But I should eat because my body probably needs the extra nutrients to fight off this infection. I was seriously debating whether I should just eat standing up because I can barely sit. So I'm just having something small. I don't have an appetite. So what I have is a duck egg omelet, a little bit of a protein sludge, might put some Manuka honey on top. So Manuka honey has good antibacterial functions to it, so it's gonna be good for healing my gut and my system with all this chaos going on. Yesterday, my last meal was at 1:30. Went to the hospital at 2:30. Got home and didn't eat till 8. Usually I don't eat late, but I was like, I could fast and go to bed, but I felt really sick from the pain meds, so I needed something to ease my stomach. And so I find it really hard to eat when I don't move, but I know my body needs extra energy right now. I could fast and risk it because I know your body regenerates, but at the same time, my body needs the nutrients to heal. All right, so today was my first IV appointment. Thankfully, I got the IV out of my arm here. I really just did not feel like filming at all today. I was just tired. I was kind of, ugh. Anyway. Plus, they were like all over me the whole appointment. My knee is insane. Absolutely insane. It doesn't hurt as much, but this is what it looked like at the appointment. I was wearing a gown though. They just told me to pull my pants down. So I'm gonna tell you a bit what happened. Long story short, I'll try to keep it simplified. Almost 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, I fell off my bike and I hit my knee. I landed on my knee, and ever since then I had not too much fluid in my knee, but a decent amount. Last June, about half a year ago, I ran 50 miles, as most of you probably know. And I came back, my whole body was pretty much swollen, and that knee was disgusting. It was blown up. So I went to my knee doctor in August. He drained it. Yeah, it was good. The fluid never came back. It was awesome. I was happy. I had a knee again after 3.5 years. And then probably end of September, I started getting this open wound. I don't know if it was from kneeling on my knee at the gym or just like over time, that spot that he aspirated my knee at kind of started slowly opening. And then I had more openings on my knee. Part of me thinks there was like a lack of blood flow and oxygen to my knee to heal. That's why it kind of started opening. And then, I was getting some treatment from my chiro, doing some red laser on it, and it just kind of kept opening even more so. The problem here in British Columbia is that you pretty much cannot go into a walk-in clinic. You have to call right when they open, and even then, they don't answer your phone call. So your only option is go to emergency. But I was having no symptoms of an infection. I didn't even think anything of it. It just kept persisting. As you know, in one of my last videos, I said I met with an orthopedic surgeon and he said, nah, no infection. If anything's wrong with it, come back in about a month and I'll fix it up for you with surgery. And that specific week, it got really hot and sore to touch for a couple days, and then it went away. And I saw him a couple days after that. So he shrugged me off. On day one that I filmed a couple days ago, yesterday, I woke up and my knee was absolutely blown up. I could barely walk to the bathroom to pee. I didn't know what was wrong. Of course, I'm like, I have to go work out. So I went, I did some ski erg stuff, just upper body, whatever. I had a bike planned, obviously couldn't do that. Booked in with my chiro. He looked at it and said, you know, I think you should really just go to the hospital. So off I went to the hospital. I don't even know how I got there. I don't even know how I walked around. I barely get out of the taxi because my knee was just locked up. And that was that. Doctor looked at it, said, yeah, I was most likely infected because he said if I put my leg up, then the redness should go away. And when it didn't go away, that was a sign that it was infected. So they drained it just like how I got done in August. Gave me a couple Advils and probiotics and then said, yeah, you're good to go. Like if it gets worse, the pain gets worse, come back because it's a sign that something isn't right. Called a taxi and then I couldn't even get myself out the door. I could not get myself out the door. I knew I wouldn't be able to sit in a taxi. My leg had to be straight. Pain was just outrageous. I don't even know how to describe the pain. So I went back in and the doctor seemed like a little bit concerned. So we said we'd give you an IV with pain meds and antibiotics and then we'll assess you for the next hour. So that's what happened. After an hour, they told me, you know, you have the IV port in your arm. I think it's best if you just come back for the next couple days to get the IV antibiotic because it will act faster. So basically that will be what's going on for the next couple days. And I'll be documenting all of it as much as I can, as much as I feel like it with all this cloudiness and fogginess from antibiotics. I hate taking antibiotics because I nearly died the last time I took some, as shown in my documentary. So I'm like absolutely afraid. So I'm loading up on probiotics and I'll show you which ones I'm gonna be taking right after this. I'm also at the point where I'm infected, most likely, until I find out what the sample is. Yeah, here's to hoping things get better and we'll see how it is by the end of the week and see my progress. I got a lot of messages on Instagram for healing and prayers and I appreciate every single one of them more than you know. It helps the healing process so much better, especially when it comes from people I don't even know. It's amazing to see the support from people, and if you were one of those people that wish good on my recovery, thank you, and I appreciate you a lot. Bend down here. So these are the supplements I'm going to be taking. My usual beef organs because they cover a broad range of vitamins that my body needs. I'm taking probiotics, specifically Bifidobacterium and Akkermansia. Both of them are really good to protect the intestinal barrier and keep the gut lining nice and healthy because all the antibiotics are killing all the good and the bad bugs in my body right now. So I need something to replenish the good. Otherwise, I could risk my life again getting the same illness I got 2 years ago. I'll be taking probably just one of each a day for the next little bit, even after the antibiotic treatment, because it takes a long time to replenish your gut. Mom's texting me. Butyrate. Butyrate is naturally found in butter. I can't really tolerate butter too much, so this, it's very good. It's in the cell linings of our intestines, improves your digestion, and that's why butter is very good for you. So butyrate is in butter, and it just helps heal and seal the gut. Lastly, krill oil. I usually take this a few times a week, but more so I will be taking it every single day because I need the extra omega-3s to attack the inflammation and free radicals in my body. And krill oil is the only supplement I've ever had, specifically this brand, only this brand, that does not give me fish burps ever. If I take anything else, I'll have fish burps for the rest of the day into the next day as well. So I use NutriKrill, if you can find it where you are. It's packaged in Canada, so if you're in the United States, can't help you there, but maybe they have another krill oil supplement you can use. So those supplements, in addition to my diet, that's what I will be having to heal and seal my gut. Probably along with some yogurt. I'm tired. I don't usually speak my emotions out loud, but I'm tired. Infections just zap ya. Day 3, first day back in the gym after 48 hours of not training. I do not remember the last time I did that, but I know my body needed the rest. I felt excited. I was excited to move my body. The reason why I was able to get back into the gym was because the IV port is out of my arm. I was so desperate yesterday that I even did 150 push-ups in my kitchen just to get some blood flowing. I didn't go too crazy because I know my body is under a lot of stress still, and I don't need to stress it that much more. But in my opinion, movement is truly medicine to a certain extent, and I really needed this one. I wanted to say all this because if you have a healthy body and you're able to move, you have no health issues, no injuries that are stopping you from moving and exercising, get in the gym. Move, run, walk, lift, do something to move. Movement creates energy. You feel like a whole new person after. You feel refreshed. You feel alive. You feel mentally clear, focused. You feel calm. I felt amazing during and after this workout. Movement changes your mood. Movement's the only thing that keeps me sane on a day-to-day basis. I know I'm not the best person to be around when I haven't moved. No matter what it is, just get in the gym, go outside, get some movement in, and you'll feel on top of the world. So I'm currently just hanging here. This is day 2, getting the IV in my arm. They put a little compression sleeve on my leg, which is good. I couldn't even do this yesterday. Never mind the day I was in Emerge. I have about 6 minutes left. I'm gonna head home. I have to take this antibiotic at night at dinner time because they still don't know exactly what was in the culture that they took from my knee. In the words they said, nothing has grown in the culture. Isn't that gross? We have things growing inside of us. That's nasty. But onwards and upwards, it's feeling like 7 times better than yesterday. And 11 times better than the day it happened. This room is pretty rigged up though. I even have my own bathroom. Special treatment when you're infected. So yeah, I'm in the internal medicine part right now, and they have an IV clinic. So I got transferred here yesterday because the hospital I was at was half an hour away from where I live, and I had to buy my way there. I had to taxi. It was expensive, $55 each way. Add that up over a course of 2 days. Health is expensive. At least healthcare is free in Canada, for the most part. And then I get the IV for 20 minutes. I see the doctor every day, and I'll have to come back tomorrow to do it all over again. They'll assess to see if they need to drain it one more time, and hopefully by then they'll see if the culture they took from my knee has grown anything. Life of Izzy. Staying strong, going hard, go one more, as my arm says. This is my dinner tonight. I have, if I can show it, I have beef short ribs and some scrambled eggs. I have my beef organs, digestive enzymes, and then this is that antibiotic that I have to take. And he is feeling quite good, if I'm being honest. Like I can move it. I couldn't do that yesterday. I'm in a better mood because I was able to exercise today and feeling like it's on the way up. So quite the change in mood since day one, even yesterday morning. I'm on a beef short rib kick. It was my first time having them a couple weeks ago. So after I got back from the IV, when you saw me, I went to the butcher, grabbed some short ribs and some other meats, stuff like that. And usually I cook it lower and slower, more for like 3 hours, but I only had 2 hours to cook it, so I hope the inside is still quite tender. But I'm just gonna eat this. I'm gonna ice my knee tonight just to try to get some of the swelling down. It seemed to help last night when I iced it. And then we'll do the similar routine tomorrow. So see you tomorrow.
Hi guys, welcome. This is a guided breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Just go with the flow. 10 more. Fully in, letting go.
This is day 3, day 4. The days are all blending into one and I actually have no idea what day it is. I think it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. I just made myself a small omelet. As you can tell, I've been on an omelet kick lately. Had a bit of bone broth, gonna have a shot of ketones and head to the gym. Gonna do shoulders this morning. Another upper body morning, and then I gotta head to my next IV appointment. My knee is definitely feeling the best it's felt so far. Maybe I'll show you a walking test. It's like I'm walking down a runway. So we're on the way up. I'm on the way up. Hoping today is my last day of getting that silly IV in my arm, but I'm thankful for it. I really am. You usually here in BC, it's really hard to get healthcare. If you want anything, you pretty much have to go to the hospital. You can't go to a walk-in clinic. And the hospitals I've been at so far have been really helpful. I have barely had to wait any time at all just to get treatment, which is great. I've had countless experiences at the hospital, and most of them just aren't good. So I've been very thankful for the care I've been getting. It feels good when you feel like you've been looked after and people actually truly care for helping you. You don't get that too often. All right, that's all from me. Let's roll some gym footage and carry on with the vlog. Actually, I lied. Before I go, I'm gonna do a walk test in the hallway. That's a better idea. All right. That's when I know my body's fighting an infection, is when I get pitting edema. Wow, that's actually very frustrating. It took me close to 2 years to get rid of that after my last illness. And I do get it a little bit more when my autoimmune flares up. So I'm sure when I'm infected, I'm in more of an autoimmune flare because your immune system's under attack and your body's kind of freaking out. So that's extremely frustrating. I hope it doesn't take a while to go away because I worked so hard at getting rid of that. And I feel a little bit defeated right now. So normal edema is somewhat normal. It happens over the course of a day. You just get fluid buildup in your legs. But pitting edema is when you can put an imprint in your leg and it stays there for over 30 seconds. And mine usually stays for close to 2 to 3 minutes. And it's really not good. It's just a sign your lymphatic system is struggling to move the fluid out and around your body. God, that's frustrating. Well, time to put it aside and try to get my upper body workout done. So let's get into it and work the stress off. But not too hard because I know my body is still under a lot of stress. And I don't need to stress it that much more. But for me, movement is truly medicine. And it just gets me through my day. Otherwise, I'm pretty depressed. My mental health suffers a lot. I feel gross in my body. Working out just reduces inflammation actually. But if I go too hard, then my inflammation is going to increase. So just doing the right amount will help me mentally, physically, and emotionally. Hope I didn't just ruin my shorts. I looked at my shorts and it looked like there was blood on them. And then I was like, where's this coming from? I know it's not big, but what next? Give it to me. Just give it to me. So I just finished my workout. It was kind of miserable. I don't know, maybe seeing my legs beforehand, it really got to my head and just felt really down. I felt like a gray cloud over my head. I don't like using the word depressed, but it just felt depressing. I mean, it might be because I have antibiotics killing everything in my body, especially my gut bacteria, because the gut-brain connection is a real thing. If your gut's not doing well, your brain's not doing well. So maybe that's the reason why. I honestly feel disgusting. I just feel like I have this weird energy in my legs, and the lack of cardio is really getting to me. Cardio is so good for just the blood flowing and endorphins in my body, and I haven't had that since Tuesday morning. I actually miss swimming, and I'm kind of frustrated because for a year and a half I've been in the pool at least twice, and in the last 2 months I've been in the pool 3 to 4 times a week, and I actually miss it. I've missed 2 swims already this week, but I know it's all for a reason. Probably got the silly infection from swimming, who knows though. Can't look back in retrospect, but I don't know. I showed up, I did it, got through it. But yeah, hanging in there. I know it's getting better, so I should be positive about that, but sometimes I like to give myself 2 to 3 minutes to feel bad for myself, to complain, and then I realize, I ranted it out. Time to move forward, forget about it. Can't dwell over the past, it's already done. So focus on the now and going ahead. So the next time I'll see you is at my 4th IV situation at the hospital. And that'll stay like that for close to 10 minutes. Probably didn't expect me here. So I went to the hospital and they said that this culture sample they took from my knee grew some bacteria that is commonly found in the mouth, like an oral bacteria. To be exact, it's in my pocket. Rothia species. And so the doctor said that all of my symptoms related to my knee didn't really add up. I mean, first of all, it's a good sign that it's not a staph infection, because that could be bad. So I was relieved about that, but then I was just like totally lost and confused. It looks a lot better today. It feels a lot better today. But right around my knee, I'll show you in a second, it's really sore. A lot of the fluid has gone down. But I'm just like left frustrated. So frustrated, you have no idea. I'm so lost. I'm like, well, what made that reaction flare up so bad? Because he said he thought that bacteria could have been on my skin, and then when the needle went in, then that went into the sample. I don't know, but he basically just prescribed me another 3 weeks of antibiotics. So I said to him, I was like, am I just taking antibiotics for no reason then? If I'm not even infected, or there's no way in heck I'm taking another 3 weeks of antibiotics. I'll do like a week, but I don't know. I'm just lost. You're probably lost too, but I'm frustrated. But I do see my original knee doctor on Monday, which is in 3 days. So I'm hoping to get more imaging done, or like I'm gonna beg for help because I'm tired. I'm so tired of not being able to train for an Ironman. I'm tired of not being able to squat without worrying I'm causing more harm. I'm just fed up. Pretty much they just gave me bandages, and they even threw in some scissors. Bandage up my knee and sent me on my way. So no IV, which was nice, but I'm lost. Very lost. I'm not showing my frustration right now because there's no point letting it out on a camera screen. I'm just gonna carry on with the rest of my day, and then we'll meet again on day 5. Probably wrap it up there, close things off. All right, I'm just gonna pick up where I left off in the same spot. Look at this, I can bend my knee today. Could not do that. I mean, I could have a little bit yesterday, but I actually did a 30-minute bike this morning to test out my knee. I really think it's important to test out your injuries whenever they happen, just to see how the progress is coming along. But I haven't personally looked at my knee today without the bandage, so that's gonna be the big reveal, and we'll compare it to day 1. Let's see. This is my tripod stand, so just grow up. So this is the knee. You can tell, like, there's nothing in there. Shouldn't be too gross. This is like an iodine sticker. It's supposed to help with keeping things clean. Ow, for God's sakes. Okay, that's staying on there. So compare that with day 1, pretty good. Crazy difference. So I'm gonna be seeing my knee guy in 2 days. I'll have to provide the update in my next vlog to see what's actually going on, whether it's injury related or it's actually an infection. But if you stayed with me this long, thank you. I know it was kind of maybe dry a little bit, but it's just the reality of going through a bit of an infection and not being the brightest camper in the bunch. I appreciate you if you watch my videos, and if you keep coming back. If you're new, please subscribe, please like. I love doing these videos, I love making them, and it's good company. I live by myself, so it's good company to talk to you guys, aka a camera. Thanks as always, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully.